What's up, guys? Welcome back to Big Jon'S Cooking. Today we're going to be making a seafood chili, and it's going to be my first time making it. But as you can see, we have a lot of ingredients. I kind of went all out, but let's get right into the ingredients and the tips. So we're going to start with this first. This is these potatoes. This needs potatoes. Cut them up into small cubes, really small bite-sized pieces. Don't want super big lumps in your chili. You want everything kind of be the same size. So it all kind of mixes and mingles together properly when they eat it. We have some chili mix here. I got regular and I got mild. What we're gonna do is 2 dumps of seasonings and just 2 dumps of flavors. I actually got that from a video of one of the national chili makers making their chili, and they did 2 dumps. I was like, if they're national, it makes sense. Let's keep it moving. We got scallops, we got beans. I have red and white beans. I saw another video, these white beans, it was Epicurious actually, and they use white beans. White beans are actually a little bit sweeter, they said, and I do want some sweetness in my chili, so I'm using red beans and white beans. Red beans is for a staple, but also for color. Red beans add color. I said scallops. We have cilantro, got some lime, and both of these are really for the end. The lime is for the end. Also got that from Epicurious. It adds a nice little taste to it at the end. We have some shrimp. Get as much as you want. Use the desired amount when you're making your dish. We have mussels, and I've really cleaned them off, got off the strings and the barnacles and stuff like that. I bought the actual corn on the cob and peeled it and cut it myself. So we have three corns. We have Sazon seasoning. That was kind of hard to find, but I got that from Kroger, just to let y'all know. We have Obey right here. We have seasoning salt, and we have cumin. Over here, I have cardamom. This is optional. I may not actually use this, but I'm putting it in there just in case. We have smoked paprika for that smoky flavor instead of since we're kind of boiling everything. We have carrots. For our vegetables, we have carrots, celery. This is poblano pepper, poblano, P-A-B-L-A-N-O, and we have, I was going to use sweet and red onion, but I just had sweet. I forgot to buy the red onion, so I'm using that. This is Thai chili peppers, and this is high on the heat list, so you can see why I didn't use a lot. For the people who know the peppers, you understand. This is ground cinnamon, bell peppers, and I have, just some leftover scraps of onion and, garlic. This is gonna be for the beans. This is another way to flavor your beans, or if you want to do that with your noodles or something like that when you're cooking them, this is how you do it. We have chopped garlic here. We have some diced garlic, diced ginger, diced zucchini, and this is chipotle peppers. They were dried, so I soaked them in some hot water. I just let them sit until I was ready to, chop in other stuff, and then I went and dice them up. And we have chicken and fish, chicken and vegetable stock. I'm gonna mainly use vegetable. I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken stock just for some extra flavor, because vegetable stock isn't the most flavorful. I looked for seafood stock, I really did. Oh my gosh, why do they make it so hard to find seafood stock? It's crazy. I went to Publix, Farmers Market, Walmart. I didn't go to Food Depot because, let's be honest. And here I have 2 types of diced tomatoes. I have 2 of the same types. One of them is fire roasted, and last but not the least, there we go. I have 2 crabs. One is basically dead, but the other one, oh, he's dead too. Well, we're gonna cut these in half, and we're gonna put them in at the end. Really all the seafood. But yeah, 2 live crabs, blue crabs. First time using blue crabs, actually. My first time buying a crab or even holding a crab live. But yeah, we about to get into it. I'm about to put the beans on the stove to boil. It takes about 30 minutes to an hour. Usually about 40 for me, because I kind of cook it on high heat. And we're gonna put the garlic and the onion scraps in there as well, so we can cook with that. Maybe some bay leaves. Forgot that. Put some bay leaves. And come back when the beans are done, and we'll get started on the chili. And I'm gonna go ahead and put these in here. And don't ask me the ratio, y'all. Please don't ask me the ratio. If y'all know, put it in there. I'll take the advice. But I'll bother it, and it works out for me every time. So I put the beans in there, put the water in there, and I usually do it to like a finger's worth, maybe about an inch over the beans, because beans, when they cook, one, they soak up a lot of water. Two, the water evaporates and they cook for a while. So we're gonna put the garlic and onion I told you about, the scraps, and we're also gonna put some bay leaves in there. We're gonna set this on, let's see, probably like 5, like medium high, low high. I usually go for medium high. And yeah, I put on the wrong burner. Don't be like me, y'all. But yeah, medium high. Put the onions in there. We're gonna put 2 in there. That's all I need. That's nice. Stir and let it cook. We got done with the beans. The beans are done. I'm about to boil them. I already took out the extra scraps. You can just put these somewhere, throw them away in the trash can. You know, the bay leaves, the onions, and the garlic. Took all that out already. And the beans are done. I'm about to strain them, get the water out, and after that I'm gonna use the same pot, save dishes, and put in your own game. Use the same pot, start cooking all the herbs. And what I did, guys, I made the dump. We're gonna have 2 dumps. 2 dumps of seasonings, 2 dumps of flavors. That's a term in national chili community. The dumps consist of, give me a second, I wrote this down for you all. And if we can, we will put it in the video as text. So it's half a tablespoon of cumin. Coriander was optional, but I did put that in there because I do want to test it and try it, let you all know what it's like, so you all know. So half a teaspoon, and this goes in each dump. You may do each dump like this. So this is for 1 dump, you just copy. And half a teaspoon of paprika, pinch of cinnamon. You can just do this. I actually have a measure, and it says pinch. I don't know where I got this. I'll try to find out for you all, but it says pinch. And or you just use the fingers, you know. Half a teaspoon of seasoning salt. I didn't put that in there. What I'm going to do with the seasoning salt, I'm going to put the veggies in there. I'm going to sprinkle the seasoning salt over. You don't need to do 2 dumps of seasoning salt, and then after that, everything else is the dump. So the seasoning salt is not a dump. The chili mix, that's not part of the dump. I have packets. If you had chili mix, you could put it in there and put it together. I just bought 2 packets. A half a teaspoon of Old Bay in each dump, and I put a tablespoon of onion powder and garlic powder in each dump. And what else are we putting in? And this Sazon. What I'm gonna do with this though, this is Sazon. What I'm gonna do is Sazon Goya. What I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna pour in half a pack because that's salt. I'm trying to keep you all low on the salt, so we're not putting in salt. Most like the stocks, this, the Old Bay, seasoning salt. You see, all that has salt, so like we don't really need salt. And I'm gonna use half of this in the first dump, half of this in the second dump, and let's get to it. So first, we're going to get something to scoop this butter. We're actually just going to use a spatula. So I'm going to put some butter in the pan, not much. I'm going to do like, probably like 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'll say 1 tablespoon of butter. That's all you really need, you know. I'm gonna put like a tablespoon of oil in there too. Don't have the heat too high from jump because you don't want the butter to burn. You want it to melt slowly so you have more butter instead of evaporating the butter as it melts. And I'm just sliding it around so it melts. Took it off the heat because the bottom of the pan is hot enough. Yeah. That's good. And the butter is just really for like base flavor. And the oil. I have this organic sun cocoa oil. I told you I like to get some Kroger. It's delicious. It's great. It's meant for cooking. High heat oil. Olive oil is not high heat, but it does add flavor to some things. So I sometimes use it. All right. Cool. And we're first gonna put in is the zucchini. I want to cook that down a bit because it has some water in it. Zucchini and actually the garlic. Those are the first things we're gonna put in. I know you can usually do this with a knife, but I'm not at your house, you're not at my house. I can do what I please, you can do what you please. If you drop something on the ground and you want to pick it up and eat it, I'm not gonna do that. You can do that. I'm not gonna hate you, so don't hate you. Alright? Let's go. Keep moving. So yes, put the zucchini in there, put your garlic in there. Cook that for like 8 minutes. 8 minutes, because we all know garlic cooks pretty fast and you really just want the water to cook out of the zucchini. And then after that, we're gonna add the bell peppers. We're gonna add the celery. We're gonna add the corn. We're gonna add onions, the carrots, and everything else. All right, that's been cooking for like a minute. We're gonna add the bell peppers. And you can add as much as you want, you know, as much vegetables that you want in your chili. I'm gonna try to make, you know, everything kind of even so you get the same amount of almost everything in almost every single bite. I really should have made these celery a little bit smaller, but it'll actually shrink down because I'm cooking the water out of it. So. I made all that celery. Not really good amount. I use like, for the celery, I use like 3 or 4, I guess it's called stock. I kind of forgot what they call the individual ones. I add the corn in a second. Mix it all up. Let it cook. And since we're going to be cooking, as you all know, chili takes a while to cook. So, like, it's not like you need to highly cook all of this down. We're about to add the onions in there. I wanted to add the onions as one of the first ones just because onions, if you cook them properly, if you let them simmer properly, they release a really good flavor, and that's usually about like 6 to 10 minutes that you kind of want to simmer onions. Yeah. To the vegetables. Vegetables. The carrots. I thought about dicing these up smaller. Wouldn't. I thought about dicing these up smaller so people wouldn't taste them, but I decided to add a little bit, keep it as texture. Keep it as texture. Something to bite into, you know? And the ginger. Give y'all this, you can just clean off your thing into the, yeah. I'm just gonna dump all that. Excuse me. And I had quite a few green chili peppers. I just told you I cut off the tips and I got myself like barely any seeds in them. And we're gonna just use all of this. It's not like I'm using cayenne pepper or anything like that, so poblano peppers, basically not hot. We're gonna dump in most of this. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mix well. Corn. Add. And you want all that in there. All it. Look at the colors. The colors. Y'all, shout out to the camera woman this time. Camera woman, all right. This is 2 cups of vegetable stock. 2 cups of vegetable stock. The recipe really only requires for one of the recipes, as I told you, one of the recipes, but I'm doing 2. And I'm probably actually not going to use all of this. I'm probably going to do like 1.5. And I told y'all I was going to use a little bit of chicken stock. So 1.5. Ooh. Count with me. You got some of it. I don't need it. I'm pouring it out. I don't need to put it back in the bowl. Like, what? Who's about to do this? Not me. Did I need to put it in this to transfer? No, but I'm going to. And then, yup. I'm getting that spoon I told you I was gonna get. I can't do this no more. Ooh, much better. I'm actually gonna put in some more vegetable stock, y'all. And I'm adding about a cup. That is perfect. I'm just putting the rest of the vegetables. You can put it in a whole box. You can put it in a whole box. If you're following my recipe, you can put it in a whole box. If you're following somebody else's, follow somebody else's. Splash. All right. Mix that up a little bit. And add your seasoning salt. Make sure it's open first so you can get something out of it. And a little dash, you know, nothing too heavy. That's it. Mix it. Seasoning salt is, like, honestly kind of slightly potent, so. Oh yeah, I cannot wait to add the seafood. Man, it's gonna be crazy. We're going to add these two. I thought about if I wanted to honestly use all three because I have 2 diced and I have 1 fire roasted, but I don't think I want that many tomatoes in there. We already have quite a bit of stock in there, so pretty liquidy. And we're also gonna add 4 ounces of water. It's not much, so it's like 1/4 of a cup. So we're gonna add that in there. It's gonna be pretty liquidy. You know, that's gonna boil down and cook. So we're not gonna do too much with the liquids. You already got enough in there. Don't want to be too, you know what I'm saying? So diced tomatoes, 1 can of diced tomatoes, 1 can of fire roasted diced tomatoes. And we just put all that in there. And mind you, as far as if you're looking for color, if you want it to be red, don't forget that the beans are also gonna make it pretty dark as well. So if you want to add that third one in, you can, but I'm leaving it out just because I just don't want all that in my chili. And then you can add a little water. 4 ounces, 1/4 of a cup basically. Pretty good amount of water. Pretty good amount of liquid. All right. Cool. So I tasted it, tasting really, really good. And all we had was just vegetables, some butter, some oil, you know what I'm saying? And some peppers. But I'm about to put the dumps in. We done boiled it, brought it to some heat. About to put the dumps in, the seasonings. We got this first chili mix. And put this in. I'm put the whole thing in. I'm starting off with the mild one, and after I told you I had the original one. So just dump the whole packet. And then I'm putting some of this Sautéing Goya. Half a packet, remember that, y'all. Half the packet. What that looks like, I don't know. I've never used this before. But I'm treating it like a ramen packet, and I always use half of that, so I think I have some good life skills on that. And then I told y'all the ingredients for the dump. Put it all into here. Dump. And we mix. Okay. Put them seasonings in there, know what I'm saying? And I'm going to put 1 bay leaf in here. Beans next. Bam. That's actually quite a bit of beans. Go ahead. You good? Ooh, want to scrape all this stuff out the side of the pot. Want all the flavor we can get. Yes. And then we're gonna have seafood in this. Y'all, this is gonna be good actually. All right, y'all. So I already took off the stove. What I'm basically doing now It's been simmering for 30 minutes. Took the top off, set it to the side so it can sit for like 30 minutes to an hour, your choice. We're gonna do about 40 to 50 minutes. And then after that, we're gonna bring it back to a boil. After that, dump. And then after that, we're gonna put the potatoes in. And then after that, we're gonna put the seafood in. And it's gonna be done. We'll be back. All right, so cutting this crab. This is the blue crab. Yes. I'm getting dangerous. Don't be like me, y'all. Look at that, still moving. I gotta hurry up and kill them because I don't want them to suffer, although they already have. So we're just gonna do what Epicurious did. Ooh. Down the middle. He is dead for sure. Absolutely, gotta be. Let's do one Kyra chose out. Ooh, throw out a good one. Got a real serious shell going on. All right. Let me just go.
Oh no.
Yeah, just put it in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And just cook it with you.
Oh.
Yeah. So just go ahead. And now at this point, we're just adding all the seafood. Scallops. We got some shrimp. Ooh, that was actually way too much, but it's okay. And we got some mussels. I'm not gonna put all of them in yet. Oh, that one look good. And we mix. This don't look like a gumbo slash chili. It's crazy. This look good though. I don't care what nobody say. Turn the heat up. Ooh. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. All right, so we're done. What I did do, I added the lime to it. What I would do is start off with half a lime and then added some cilantro. At the end, you want that to kind of pop at the end, but I also added the lime. What I would advise is adding half the lime first, mix it up, trying it, and then if you want some more of that flavor, then go ahead and add the rest. I did add a little bit of black pepper. I added some more cumin, maybe about another half teaspoon, and let's see, what else did I add? Seasoning salt. Added seasoning salt, just a dash, like a quick dash, and I think that was it. That was it actually. That's all I added, and put in the crab, scallops, mussels, and shrimp, and about the plate. Try it out. This shit is bussin'. Buskin'. Ooh, Blueface baby. Got some muscles, some muscles. Look at that, look at that, look at it drip. Look at it wet. All right, let me get my taste spoon and we eat. You know, because I can, we get rid of that. Because I can, this is my spoon. This is a hot spoon, all right? Be careful, y'all. Ooh, get some of everything. Everything. Ooh, get some of that juice too. Gotta have it wet, you know what I'm saying? Hot. That's good. It's like, it tastes like a regular soup chili, but like afterwards, it has all the seafood taste coming behind it. And you bite into the mussel, and I still got my spoon. You taste the flavor of like the soup and the broth and the watery mix. You taste the scallop and like those textures and everything. And it's like everything else, like the vegetables, the celery. That's why, honestly, I'm glad adding vegetables in the beginning, especially like the celery. I'm glad I added the celery at the beginning because you can't even taste it. Like the carrots, you can't even taste it. Like you don't even, it just all flows together once it enters your mouth, and it just kind of dissipates together once it enters your mouth. Aside from like the seafood, the actual meat, and like even the beans are like the texture that I want, kind of soft. And like when you bite into them, it's just like not melting, but it's just smooth, you know, and it all flows together with the liquid. So yeah, this is good. This is good. I'm about to eat some more. I don't know about you. I got my spoon, all right, my self-made spoon meant to eat. My edible spoon. This shit is what I'm about to do is thank you all for watching. Like, comment, freaking subscribe, all right? Gotta remember that. Like, comment, subscribe, all right? Come get you some or make you some. Either way, I'm getting some. All right, peace.